Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. Let's see if we can get a match on backgammonhub.com, and we'll see how it goes. We'll try to play well, but no promises as usual, and then we'll check out the computer analysis afterwards. All right, looks like we got a match, 5 points with Matt. Good match to my opponent. Okay. I never know. I can't remember what the computer likes, if it likes 13 to 7 or 24 to 18 with the 6 after hitting. I think it's close. I think it's close. I should know that. Okay, so this is excellent. I should make either the 2 or the 4. Because it's up on the bar, you know. I don't know. It's getting a little thin on the midpoint. Okay, so let's try this and then double a bad number. This is good enough to hold off the cube. Double a dance anyways after this play. It's safety. Let's do this. Okay. It's nice when a plan comes together. Yeah, it seems like you might have enough to take that. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this would be a big pass now. Well, a bunch of options here. I can make the 16, step up with the last one, or make the 18. I guess it's a little easier to disengage from here. I mean, there's actually other stuff, right? Like maybe I hang back a little bit and try to hit another checker, because that gives them some extra options. Like I could play 9 to 6 here, for instance. Make it a little harder for him to play. Why don't we try this? I mean, this doesn't win as much, I think, but it wins. I think it wins more gammons, because like he might have trouble playing safely on his side of the board. Yeah. Yeah, double match point. I would have played that more simply. He's going for it. Yeah, similar stuff here. And best for the win might be just to make the 7. Let's try this instead. Maybe I can hit everything and win a backgammon. Yeah, it's consistent. Very consistent. 13 to 7 maybe. Nah, I like the builder for the 2. Okay. Yeah, there could be some slot play here due to the 1 duplication and the importance of making the 2 point. Okay. Could come in low and kind of get another builder for the 2. The back man's a little more stuck though, so I don't know. I guess this does stay a little bit out of harm's way in the backfield. You can't really hit me all that effectively here like it could with the 4-1 the other way. This 2 point is elusive. Okay, I assume he's still hitting. Yeah, if he covers it, the 2 doesn't play good. So I think he played that correctly. Okay, I'm glad he can't cover. Otherwise, he has a real game. Oh, crap. Yeah, I don't know. I dupes on 3s. Enter. Thank you. Thank you. Good. Okay, 2 point. Bah. That one cute thing. Unduplicates the hitting threes a little bit because threes no longer make the 2-point. But I kind of want the other builder for the 2, although it does give him a 2-6. All right, let's go with this clever duping play. I mean, a diversification play, I should say. Yeah, I get this guy anyways. Yeah, I'm just a little worried about him like entering on the 2 or rolling like a 2-1 or something and upgrading, maybe getting a second anchor. Okay, so this looks good. I think there's no blot numbers here. See if the dice show me something I missed. Nope. 2. All right, the safest would be to clear the 6. Yeah, I really don't like the position after ripping 2 checkers. I mean, I don't love this because it overstacks the deuce, but I don't want to leave the strip position. Ugh, this is a blot. All right, those three are forced. Okay. Should be easier to clean up next turn, and I like the checker off. Some of this might have been a little sloppy. We'll see. We'll see at the end. I mean, I'm sure I missed a play or two in there because it seemed like a few times there was a lot of options. Okay, I missed again. Still got on him. I think he's wasting too many pips there. He can conceivably run off the gammon without hitting, so I'm sure there was something better with his previous roll. No, it seems a little tough. All right, so he should have gone last turn, but he should go this turn. All right, well, he made it easy for me. Yeah, 5.2, a little sloppy, but we'll take a look, see if we can learn anything. Or GNU could be wrong. We'll see what XG says. Okay. No, GNU is not wrong. No, I did play it kind of badly. Okay, so two checker play blunders. Yeah. Okay, so the 4-4 is okay. Making the 2 would be a real error. So obviously you hit twice and then you choose which point to make. So a lot of times you're making the 9 with an early 4-4, even if the guy's up on the bar. But because there's only 4 guys on the mid, it's better to make an inner board point. Yeah, I wasn't totally sure because obviously with the 2-point, you're unstacking the heavy 6, and you're keeping your 8 points. You know, I had noticed unless there's like extra reason to make the 2, the computer usually prefers making the 4 in similar situations. Now, the extra reasons could be legion. Like the builders could be a lot. If there's a lot of builders aiming on the 4-point, maybe you make the 2 instead. I don't know. Like if you have a builder on the 10 or something. I don't know. This is a little tricky. Actually, on appeal, it's only 0.03 wrong. Okay, I don't have a cube yet. Get a great one when he dances. Yeah, pretty strong cube here. Yeah, if you're not doubling something like this, you're making it too easy on your opponent. Like, I mean, how can you be sure that he has a clear take here? You know, with this big edge. So that was sort of plenty for me to realize this is a cube. Okay, this is good. This is obviously good. Okay, yeah, 5-5-3 was sort of the first decision point, but yeah, a lot of things is close. A lot of things are close. My play is apparently isn't great. Okay, so it looks to me like the computer generally doesn't want to hang a checker back here to cause white more problems on the home front. I guess it gives white too much forward going chances. Although the best play that keeps a checker back, according to the computer, apparently is like 21 to 18, 16 to 11. Putting the checker on the bar point, oh, duplicating sixes somewhat. Yeah, the play I'm looking at is this play. So this is the best play that keeps a checker back on the 23. I don't think I considered this. But it sort of makes sense. I mean, you're getting an extra builder for your own 7 points. So that's sort of nice. Sort of an important point to make. And you're giving white lots of like little hit chances on his side of the board, but the sixes are duplicated. Like he wants sixes to jump with stuff. So like 6-4, 6-5 doesn't really hit the guy on the 18 point here because you got to do something with the backmen. So that's something. But the computer's top choice is just the sort of the normal. It's sort of the first play that occurred to me. Just start disengaging when you're well up in the race. So I guess it sort of makes sense. Yeah, my play of this wins slightly more gammons. Oh yeah, and also it's maybe also averse to giving up the 9 point a little bit. The 3 point's made, so the 9 point doesn't have a ton of value, but I'm just happy to hit with 6-2, I guess. Okay, so that was a little sloppy, but that's not the problem this match. Okay, 6-5. He goes a little crazy. His play is like best for the win, probably. So the computer doesn't mind it too much, but does like something more conservative. Okay, so it wants to go right after. It wants to hit with the 2 and then go right after the 7 point by slotting it. But everything is close again. So my play of just going to the 8 point is okay. 13. Okay, yeah, here's the problem. I think I did consider this, or 8-2. Okay, so the computer's top choice, enter with the 4, and then you go right after the important points by playing 13-11, despite all the blots everywhere. Right, so you're slotting the 7 and you're getting an extra builder for the 2, which my play does also, but it doesn't slot the 7. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like this could blow up in my face, but the fact that white's board is so underdeveloped, I think that's the computer's point, right? White's board is so underdeveloped that the computer just wants to like not worry about the blots and the extra risk for the better building power over here. Okay. And then 8-2 is okay too, in fact, with the 1 duplication. Wants to hit here, wants to cover here. I guess it just matters on 2-1. But you're going right after the point you really, really want to make at a time when it's not dangerous to do so. So yeah, maybe I can find that stuff. Maybe I should find that stuff. So 21 to 10, excellent. So I want to make the normal play. The computer likes it. Yeah, once again, similar theme here, although white's not up on the bar. But the computer's again saying the risk is pretty slight. And it's really important to make the 7 or the 2 point. So again, it goes right after it. This time the normal play is sort of good enough that it's close. Okay, it does hit me. Okay, a bunch of close stuff here. I enter with the 2 and get another builder for the 2 point. So a little can get a little stuck back there, but the building power is best. So this play. Oh, hey Gwen, good to see you. Okay, runs. I try to get all the way out of there, but the computer just wants to go halfway. Yeah, maybe I should have considered this. I didn't really. I saw like I saw coming out with the 5 and then playing 10-8. I'm not sure I consider just stepping up with the 2 and playing 10 to 5. I mean, my play is sort of attractive in the sense that I do want to disengage that back checker. So I kind of go all the way, but it's double shot in the outfield, which is problematic. He does hit. I dance. I'm getting like a little worried here, a little bit. Like I just cover, and then I got this extra blot in the outfield. But no, I enter with a good hit number. He dances. Okay, wants to stack the 7, but my play is okay too. All right, the computer's choice is this. Getting 4 builders for the 2, but 3 threes are a little duplicated. I play, if he enters, well, I don't know. I mean, if he enters with a 1, I only have 3 builders, basically. But if he dances, I still have 4 builders. Wasn't there some play? There's some play that gets 5 builders, though. This, not this guy. Let's go back. So you can go 10 to 7, 4 to 3 if you want. And if he dances, you actually have 5 builders for the deuce. But you're leaving a 10. You're leaving. Oh, it's this play here. Yeah, this play here. It's also okay, but it leaves him. It leaves him a 2-6, and 3s are a little duplicated, right? 3s to hit here and 3s to make the 2. So they're all okay. All right, I do something normal here. Computer likes it. Wonder where my other blunder is. Oh, what's the hit here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess hitting is sort of the normal looking thing. My play wins slightly more maybe, but gives up on the gammon and the backgammon too much. So in other words, hitting. Hitting and slotting the 2. Okay. Yeah, I mean hitting and just playing normally is better than my play. But the computer's top choice is really interesting. You do this, which is a little unusual because white's board is pretty good. But I guess, again, the computer's saying the risk just isn't that much, and the upside of filling in, almost being guaranteed to fill in the 2-point, like even 6-3 covers. It's worth it again. Yeah, that's sort of the common theme this game, right? You should be looking for places, or I should be looking for places where it's not that bad to be hit because there's some big compromise in the white position. And so you take on extra risk to make the important points. This is a hard play. I don't think a lot of players are doing this. I mean, it's not impossible to find because it is a fairly more common than you think theme to slot the important point when the opponent has 2 checkers on the roof. When it's like really important to make that point and the risk from getting hit is not that bad. I'm not sure I've ever seen this against a 4-point board though. I've seen this against like 1-point boards before, maybe 2-point boards before, not against a 4-point board. But I guess the point is just not a very threatening 4-point board since even if he gets both checkers in, he's still like really stuck back there. And the ace point's made, so it's not like he can really counter prime. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough play, I think. But yeah, filling in the 2 just it's best for the win probably, but it just doesn't win. It doesn't win as many gammons and backgammons. All right, come home 5-3, 4-4. Yeah, not entirely clear. So obviously you're bringing the guy in and then playing 6-2 with the next one. And then you can either clear the 6 like I did, safest, get rid of that problem point, leave no double blot numbers, but you're kind of overstacking the 2, which isn't great. You want those checkers off the board. So you could try this, rip the 2 guys from the 4, wins more backgammons. But see how 6-6, look at 6-5, look at how 6-5 and 5-4 play. It's a double shot. So it's not a particularly safe position despite being all even up here. So the computer goes to the safety. Yeah, this was pretty clear. Because you got 2 on the roof, so it's the same number of shots to do this versus this. There's no like, here he just has 3s and there's no combo shots that hit. Here he has just 5s and there's no combo shots that hit. So you want the extra checker off, and my play is going to be a little easier to clean up next time. Like you do the, like 6-5 is safe, for instance. You do the other play, 6-5 is not safe. So there's a bunch of numbers like that. Luckily he misses, and then he backgammons himself pretty much. Yeah, like the 6-4. Yeah, you can run to save the gammon more, I guess. I guess his plan isn't too bad. I guess it's a little hard to save the gammon without hitting, so he's concentrating fully on the hits. But yeah, here he rolled a pretty big number. Okay, so he runs. Yeah, here you're supposed to go for money anyways. Score isn't a big enough deal. In fact, I think backgammons are fairly valuable at the score. So you run at the score also. Yeah, I mean, for people who don't, and obviously you run the next turn too. You're supposed to run the next turn too. But yeah, for money play, this is a good position to know. Even with like a perfect prime, say, you stay here against 5 checkers. You stay back. You run against 4. Because it's not super bad to stay, but you're getting backgammon too much. You stay against 3. Because now I have really bad aces. Like look how 6-1 plays, for instance. I can leave 2 blasts and then I can lose. And if he just has 1, he's going to save the gammon. And then 2, you're supposed to go because you're just getting backgammon all the time. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, one thing people get wrong sometimes. So I think you do stay here when you can't get out of the cage. But I think you only stay because you have an awesome prime. You stay, you're running, trying to get out of there, saving the backgammon a little more. Like you're still getting backgammon if I roll a double, but if I roll 6-5 or something, you want to be on the 19 and not the 24. But yeah, so it is right to stay here. But I think if the board's compromised, I think that's like a good enough excuse to like go to the 19 point here. I think, yeah. Yeah, it's close. 15 to 10 is close. But of course, as your board gets worse and worse, I guess it's going to be more and more of an error to stay. And here you might want to go because you can save the gammon without hitting, even though your board is perfect. Yeah, you can save the gammon without hitting. I don't know about this though. Like here, you can't really save the gammon without hitting. You got a closed board, but you'd rather have a prime. Because you have a prime, you can like try to pick up another checker or 2. Okay, so here you can stay, but it's pretty close. Okay. Right, my point is like that you'd rather have this position if you're staying. Because okay, I roll a 6-1. I'm sorry, I roll a 6-1. He rolls a 1-3, right? I get this position. Now I can roll like a 2-1, and you can pick up another checker. It's not true if the board is closed. All right, well let's play another match. Let's see if we can play a better one. So this is sort of routine. This position should be sort of routine for you, except maybe on the margins. All right, good match to my opponents. All right, I don't have anything here unless he plays it really badly. That is pretty volatile. So she played 24 to 18, 13 to 11, and I don't have a cube, I think. Yeah, okay, this is the wrong game plan, I think, but it does duplicate fours. So it's not too bad. Right, he's up in the race, so he should be getting the backmen going. Like similar here, well, I don't know. 6-5 is pretty great ace after covering with the 3, but I would probably split with the ace, although I'm not 100% sure about that one. Okay, what's he gonna do here? Make the 22 probably his best. He thinks not. Guess I'm winning, but not by enough. If I fill in the 5, yeah, I can still conceivably crack. Well, maybe I try this and then double him when he misses. It seems like a plan. Yeah, now it seems like since I'm filling in the 5 more often, I guess my edge is bigger. I mean, it's still a little problematic because I'm pretty stuck back there, but it looks to be like my prime's going to be better and my timing is going to be better. This could be wrong though, but oh, I meant to double that. Oh my God, that was a misclick. It's dumb, but I don't know. Maybe it saved me from a bad cube. Like I don't know. It's not like I don't know. It's not necessarily a pass now. He's cracking worse than me though. Okay, so I got to hit the right button this time. Okay, pretty good shot, I think. Good. Maybe my subconscious knew that wasn't a cube, and it pressed the button for me. I don't know about this one. Okay. Ace. 2. It's a little hard to see me getting a shot here. Well, I don't know. I got like 6-5, stuff like 6-1, 5-1. So maybe it's worth it. It goes a little deep here, but it's not too bad. I guess I could consider breaking the 8 also. Doesn't look that convenient to do it with this number. Actually, breaking the 8 there might have been worth a look. All right, so let's try this. Just plays that win more, but I'm looking to win a gammon when he rolls certain 5s. Or 6s maybe. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. 4, good. And then I attack them. Yeah, there's a lot of plans. Like I can make the ace here. I could rip and hit. I could rip 2. If I rip 2, it might be a little tough to win a gammon here. It's a little hard to lose after the other plays. Nah, I don't know. I'm going to rip 2. Keep the 4 builders for the deuce. Hmm. I don't know about this. Should do okay for the gammon though. There's another play here. Maybe I don't leave a shot now. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crosses to save the gammon, and he's up on the bar. Yeah. So the play I'm thinking about is this and this. Of course, if he hits me, I sort of lose out on the gammon. So I'm thinking maybe I'm good enough for the gammon, just sort of playing safely now. Maybe, maybe not. Hmm. Oh boy. Yeah, a bunch of tough plays there. Oh, looks like I'm getting it anyways. Good. All right, 4 zip. It's going all out. I suppose I don't split against this stuff. Not that I've seen this very much. I should probably make his 4 or something. All right, so 2, and then I guess this is the biggest improvement. Because you got like this prime here. And I'm putting pressure on the 9-point block, which is nice. And I can hit it with a 6, which is what I want to do. See how he wants to play this one. I mean, enter with the 1, hit with the 5 maybe, just because I'm so poised to make a good offensive point next turn. All these builders. Okay, goes with the more conservative plan. Okay, goes after me here. And then, okay, nothing special here. I see split to the 18. Ugh. I'm not sure about running versus making the 3. 3 is pretty awesome, though. Yeah, I'll leave a direct shot in the outfield if I don't do this. Yeah, running is pretty important, but yeah, this maybe this is more going for it. Yeah, that looks like maybe his best plan. He's a little scarred. Okay, I walked into this a little bit. Yeah, I'm not sure I wanted to hit him anyways. 6, 3. Oh, don't do this. I mean, this is the wrong play. He should make his 4 there. Should probably slot his 4 here. Hope for the best. I don't know. He gets missed. Maybe he can make it. And then he gets hit. Maybe he makes a second anchor. Okay. He's got a chance. 2, 4. Oh, that looks odd. Oh, he's trying to hit this guy later. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he can make this looks suspicious. He can make a 5-point board there. That looks more important. I guess that correct. Oh, here's 6-3. Stop dancing, dum dum. Six. No ace. Good. I think I'm still winning. Not if I dance. Okay. I should be able to enter here. Good. It's a little thin in the outfield, but I don't know. I've given him 6'5", 6'3" to hit and escape cleanly. Oh, hey, Alex. Good to see you. Just trying to bring this one home. With great outfield control. Although 70 to 14 is a play too. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Double six. I'm dead either way. So maybe I'll do this for the flexibility. Okay. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's get hit this guy ASAP. That's why I sort of like to rush the closest builder forward, just so I can hit as soon as possible here. Or slot when I need to. Okay, looks good. I mean, some chance of losing the race here. So, of course, I'm getting hit more here. Yeah, no, this is probably close. Okay, so he rolls 6-6, and then he's still 2 rolls behind. On the other hand, the risk is really slight here. Huh. Yeah, like he's gone with all of his 6s and most of his 4s anyways. And then I only have 6 blotters when he dances or rolls a 4. So my play sort of took him out of the race there. It's probably worth it, but it's close. Okay, maybe that was a cleaner match than the last one. Maybe not. The first game was not easy. First game is definitely not easy. So we'll take another look in XG here. Okay, no, I did play that one better. Yeah, so we'll take a look at some of these. The second game seemed easy. The first game not so much. Yeah, in fact, my PR came up in XG a little bit. So just 8 errors, no cue blunders, no checker play blunders. But yeah, probably some sloppy checker play here. Right, 6-2, yeah. So the reason why I say 13 to 5 is just the wrong game plan is that I have the better priming structure than him. And so in any priming game, I'm going to have the edge because my timing, my prime is going to be better. And my timing is going to be better too because he's up in the race. So he should be counteracting that, not by trying to build up a prime of his own, but by running his back checkers unless it's like too dangerous to do so. It's a little risky. It's a little risky for him to run, a little bit, right? But I only have a 2-point board, and like I said, it's sort of thematic to get this guy going. And like I've hit him here, I can't make my 5-point unless I roll perfect. Okay, yeah, I don't double this. Didn't really want to double this. I kind of wanted to double next turn though. Okay, so this is where I think I missed. I meant to double, or at least think about it more, but I clicked roll. So I guess that sort of saved me from an early cube. So I guess the timing, yeah, it'd be pretty bad to cube this. I mean, my prime is sort of better than his. I guess my timing isn't necessarily better. Like I may have to crack first If he was on the 24 point as opposed to the 23 points, that probably makes a pretty solid difference. Probably. Right, like he's on the 23 here. And say when I break if I start cracking and have to break my 8 point, he's sort of out on 6s. If he's on the 24 points, I can sort of break my 8 point later without letting him out. So maybe that does make a big difference. I mean, so this is sort of like despite the fact that he has 2 extra pips of timing here, I think this is going to be closer to a cube. No, a little bit closer, but still not. Even if I take away 2 pips of timing. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm just underestimating the chance that he's going to win the priming battle here. So this is where I might have meant to double, but I didn't. Okay, and here I see. So my plan isn't too bad here, right? I go right after the 5 points with this 5-1. Computer doesn't like it, but it's fairly close with sort of the more normal thing of getting the backmen going. Yeah, I guess the computer's trying to counteract the guy's prime by getting at least one guy out of there. Cubeless minus 0.03 minus, yes, a little closer cubeless. So I guess the cube, one reason why I did my play is because I thought I got a decent cube in next turn on a lot of his numbers. I'm guessing the cube is like, oh no, I'm sorry. The turn before, I'm sorry, no, I had that wrong. The turn before I didn't want to double. This turn was the turn I actually did want to double. And yeah, it's still early kind of for the same reasons. But I do get a decent 1-1. I do sort of a normal thing making the 23. The computer wants to remain split though. Yeah, no, I kind of get what the computer's thinking, right? I mean, if you like attack, if I remain split, and he attacks me, that he's behind a 6 prime, so it makes it a little harder for me to crack later if he starts attacking me. I mean, on the other hand, he can do this, and then he can't make his 2 point anymore. Oh, another thing going on, of course, is after the computer's play, say I don't get attacked, I have both 2s and 3s to step up to the 21 points. So I guess that's the computer's main point. It's a little easier to escape those back checkers when you don't get attacked. If you do this versus my play, I don't know. I think there is some merit in owning the 2 point in that he can't make that point. Push me back to the ace point, Okay, yeah, so now I do double correctly, fine. And the computer thinks he's just a little too out-primed to take this, which I can, or it's close anyways. It might actually roll out to be a pass. Yeah, it probably does roll out to be a pass. Yeah, he's just a little too out-primed. Like I can crack, say I roll badly, 6-4 or something. I get to break my 9 point and he's still pretty stuck. Whereas he rolls, he's sort of cracking more worse than me. Okay, but anyways, I got a good 2-1. He has to attack. Yeah, I think a little bit about slotting the 3 here. Apparently the computer does like it. I was a little worried about rolling like 2-1 next turn and being stuck. 2-1-1-1. That's pretty slight. And I guess this is the way to one, make the 3 point quickly, and 2, pick up another checker sometime. Like I do my play, maybe he can hit me with some stuff. and play safe later. It's all very close. I am trying to pick up another checker here. So I hang back, I start the 3-point. He can't really hit me all that effectively with most of his aces. Somehow this is a 701 squared or break the 8-point. Yeah, I sort of thought of this after I picked up my dice. Like a normal, like against a 3-point board with the blot, the computer is sort of thinking, well, Andy's anchored on the 23 as opposed to the 24. So the computer's really thinking about letting him out with 5s or 6s here. So like one thing you could try is this play. Let me put it up on the board. In other words, break your 8-point, let him out with 6s, and then you can attack him and close out 2 or 3 checkers. Say he rolls like a 6-5. There's 3 exposed blots. So yeah, I kind of wish I did something like this. Another play, actually, the computer kind of likes is this. So he's still out with 5s, giving him an ace shot. But I mean, he hits it, and how does White win from there? Yeah, yeah. So this does seem like a decent plan. Yeah. So the thing I mentioned about the 23-point versus the 24-point, if you just play normally against the 23-point, like I'm doing here, he can still win a lot. He can still like win the race from the 23-point if he gets out with like double 6s or a couple, 6-5, 6-5 or something. So you have more incentive to trap the guy off the 23 like the computer wants to do here than if he's on the 24-point. Because if you just play normally against the guys on the 24-point, it's harder for White to win there. It's harder for White to win the race there. Because he's going to be still trapped for longer. And by the way, you only do this, you start thinking about doing this typically when he's down to a 3-point board, especially if there's a blot in his board. Like it would be rare to do this type of play against a 4-point board. Unless maybe if he's anchored up higher. Oh, 3-1, okay, yeah, this is a little sloppy. Yeah, maybe I should be able to remember. Yeah, I guess well, I don't know. I was going to say the computer wants to hang this guy back a little bit more for better outfield coverage, but this is pretty decent outfield coverage too. Like after I give up the 8-point, sort of good to be 12 away. So I don't know. Oh, maybe, I think I might see what the computer's thinking. Say White just rolls like a 2 or something. Like he rolls a 6-2, he's still trapped, right? And then the computer, then you roll like a 6-2 next turn. You want to be able to break your 7-point and make the 1-point. Now let me show you what I'm thinking. Oh, and by the way, you don't break the 8-point here just because the builders don't go to good spots. Although it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, and he doesn't have the blot in his board now. But anyways, what I'm thinking is, so say you do the computer's play next turn, and then he just rolls, 6-2 or something, and then you roll 6-2. I think you really like breaking the 7-point here, and you want the ace-point covered. Whereas if you make my play, and then you roll a 6-2, maybe you're still doing the same plan, but you don't like the fact that you have a blot on your ace-point, I think. Yeah, it's not as strong this time. So I think that's mostly what the computer's thinking about, was slotting the ace-point with a 2 this turn. Yeah, it's a little tricky. And maybe it wants to be like a little further back in the outfield also. Okay, here it does like the trap play. I don't know why it likes breaking the. I don't know why it likes breaking the 8 and not the 7 though. Doesn't mind 701 either. Okay, so he's out on 6s. Oh, maybe it wants to get hit on 6-6. Yeah, maybe that's the key. versus my play 5-5 kind of wins for him. If you do this, 6-6 doesn't actually win for him because he rolls 6-6. He's forced to hit. You enter, and then you have a take, right? Because he can't get these two guys home safely. You do my play, rolls 5-5. It's probably just cashing the next turn. Yeah. Or if it's a take, it's pretty marginal. Yeah, I think that's probably what's going on mostly. Like here it goes the other way, right? You get hit on 5-5 and not 6-6. So here it prefers breaking the 7 to breaking the 8. These are all the details, man. You really got to think about everything in this game. Jesus. Yeah, somehow 7-1 is better than my play. Okay, so now he rolls 5-5, and then you got to check her back anyways. And the extra builder on the 3 is a little weird, I guess. Okay, so I have the right idea here. I let him out on both 5s and 6s after my play. Now, of course, he has a good 6-6 and 5-5 here. The 6-6 doesn't win, as we discussed. Okay, goes okay. Oh yeah, then I don't know. I don't know what to do with the 5-3. Yeah, apparently I chose the 3rd or 4th best play. I mean, best is let's see. My play appears to be best for the win, ripping 2. But the computer is averse to not hitting here because it thinks it needs to put white up on the bar to really lock up a gammon, despite the shot. So it wants to rip and hit. In other words, this play, which I did look at. See, I wasn't totally sure this was best for the gammon because you kind of lose out on the gammon when you get hit. But I guess that's less of a concern when you're not winning a ton of gammons after the safe play. In other words, you want to make the safe play when the safe play has a very high chance of a gammon anyways. I guess the computer's idea is that this isn't very gammonish, so you need to take the risk, the slight extra risk of hitting to get the gammon. And if you get hit, okay, you do lose out of the gammon a lot of the time, but you probably weren't getting a gammon after the safe play anyways. And another idea is to make the ace point, which I did see, but it's similar in equity to my play. 2-2. Yeah, I get the idea here that there is some hit play, some double hit play. Like obviously making the 2 with 2 of them, right? And you're thinking about the other 2, and the computer does want it. So you make the 2. The computer, for the same reasons, wants to hit with the next one, 3-1, and then think about the last one. And then my play's okay, keeping the ace point open. Computer distributes the builders a little differently. Guess maybe there's more numbers that make a closed board here. I don't know about that. Yeah, we could push the gap up. Okay, rip 2. Okay, so here, right. So here, instead of my gammon percentage being like 20, if you play normally, it's like close to 50, right? So this is sort of a demonstration of what I was talking about here before. Here, the gammon chances are high enough that if you get hit, you lose out on just a ton of gammons, right? So even though if you know he's dancing, or if you know he's missing, hitting's a lot better for the gammon. Here you just play safe because you're thinking, oh, okay, it's just I got a high enough chance for a gammon without taking the risk of getting hit, and it's better for the win too. I wasn't sure about ripping or not, but so So you hit with the 3, and then you can either make it or rip. Because I had an even number of checkers left, I decided to just make the 1 point, right? Like I should, if he enters, say I should be off in 4 rolls. Here is sort of similar. I'm off in 4 rolls if he enters with a 6-5 or whatever. If I don't roll a double, that is. And then somehow I do get the gammon. Splitting is okay here, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to split into this attack, so I just bring 2 checkers down with the 4-3. Computer likes it. Find a nice compromise play here where I make an improvement on both sides of the board. Yeah, you could play 13 to 9, but the backmen are a little too stuck. Sort of a big upgrade to the 24 to 22 here because the 9 point is still open. And I'm putting pressure on that blot, which pays dividends. Make my awesome 5 point. He should probably hit with the 5-1, yes? Yeah, he should hit with the 5-1. I mean, he's hitting against the stronger board, but look at all this flexibility I have. So he wants to take away half my roll to avoid keep so I don't make like my awesome 5 or 7 point next roll. And he's sort of actively containing this 1 back checker by hitting it too. I get to make my nice point, which is nice. Okay, normal. Okay, it does want to run here, but it's fairly close. Okay. Now, obviously, my play of making the 3, Backman's still a little stuck. So I wasn't clear on whether it was good to get this guy out because he's so stuck, but you have to forgo making your awesome 3 point and leave a shot in the outfield. Computer says it's worth it. Yeah, he should split, but his play is not too bad. I roll a great 1-1. So obviously you make the 7, you hit, and then I played 24 to 23 for some reason. Why did I do that? So there's some argument for staying back on the 24, in that you have more rolls that come up to the 21 point and stop their next roll. For instance, if you do this play, you have all 3s plus 1-2 to come up to here. If you do my play, you don't have that combo shot. You just have 2s to come up to there. There's something I liked about this though. I think it was the fact that if he has to break his 8 point, I'm already kind of at the edge of the prime. Although that does not seem like a big deal, because he usually doesn't have to play from there. Also, it maintains 1 extra pip of timing on my side of the board. Oh yeah, I think there was some duplication argument too, where like I have 2s to come up and 3s to go to the 2 point here with this checker, so it's sort of diversified here. Yeah, there's a little bit of duplication here, right? 3s to come up to here and 3s to go to the 2 points. So I think that was part of my thinking also. Alrighty. Okay, enter with the 4, and then any 1 is okay. He should make his 4 point here. Just try to build up a great prime on me. Now this is all cheesy. He made a good play here. And he didn't make a good play here. He should make a 5 point board here. Keep me dancing. And I started to get a little worried, especially after he comes up with he comes up with an ace. I dance and the game's up for grabs apparently. But he cracks, and then roll a 4-2. Okay, I thought a little bit about, so he entered with the 4. I thought a little bit about 13 to 11 here to diversify in the outfield. But yeah, I did not like 6-3, 6-5. So I just kind of do this, which the computer likes. Got to go after him here. And then the ace seems sort of inconsequential. Let's see. Wants to play, so I hit with the 3. Wants to play 21 to 20. Oh, maybe because 5-5. No. So what's wrong with my play? 13 to 12. breaking up the point of the outfield, but getting great flexibility. I don't get. I don't, this looks perfectly fine, right? In fact, it looks better to me because I like the diversity in the outfield. It doesn't win as much according to the computer. What's going on here? I mean, it's such a close play that maybe I shouldn't spend too much time on it. I'm just trying to figure out what the computer's thinking here. Is it worried about getting all the blots scooped up? But it's better, the computer's play is better for the win. I mean, I get that my play is getting gammon and backgammon a little more, but the gammon's sort of inconsequential at this score. And there's only a tiny amount of backgammons. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's when it gets hit, it doesn't want all the blots in the outfield. It looks like the diversification is great, though. Yeah, once again, 17 to 14. Yeah, no, I looked at that. Yeah, I guess it is better. I guess 17 to 14. You enter with a 4, probably 17 to 14. I guess you get double coverage overall, the triple coverage over all this area. And if he rolls a 6-4, so what I'm thinking is, okay, so you do the computer's play. He rolls a 6-4. I have 2s and 1s to hit him back, which are not the numbers that enter. Here, if he rolls a 6-4, well, I guess here I have 6s. I have 6s and 5. So I guess if he rolls a 6-4, maybe I want this play. I was thinking because I'm coming within 5 here, 17 to 12. So he rolls a 6-4. I have 5s back at him. That's duplicated with the entering number, but I also have 6s. So maybe it's better to have this position if he rolls 6-4. But yeah, obviously if he rolls 6-1 or something, you don't want this position. You want this position. You want the triple coverage. And then you're getting hit on 6-6, but it doesn't matter because it wins both ways. Anyways, I don't overlook the 6' making number. Okay, technique here. Slot the 1 like I should. Yeah, I thought a little bit about clearing 2 points here, ripping 2 extra guys off. But I guess there's a lot of value in keeping the closed board for the race alone. And if you get hit later, I don't know. I guess you want the checkers off if you get hit later. Here this is close. This is sort of the normal play. This is safest. You're hardly ever getting hit here, but you do lose a few races if he starts rolling big doubles. So you can do this, incur a tiny chance of getting hit. But notice even if he rolls a 4-2, he's out of your hair, right? So the risk is so tiny. He has to dance or roll a 4-1, then you have to roll one of your 6 blot numbers, then he has to hit, then he has to somehow win from there. That's quite the parlay. So he could just win the race here, right? That seems more likely than all of that stuff. But like I said, it's very close, and then I just win. All right, well that was some interesting matches. Yeah, it's a little sloppy here. Yeah, like 5-1 it wants to split here as opposed to slotting. Same here, it wants to remain split. Give yourself a better chance to get out of there next turn. Double was okay. Yeah, 3-3. This I should have been able to find, I think. Like, or at least the second best play. I should have considered it. Letting him out on 6s. This maybe if I considered this, I would do it, but this is a little tricky to see. Yeah, my play is best for the win. 5-2, yeah, wants to slot the ace. This builder is sort of poorly placed down here, so yeah, with the tactics next turn, putting it on the ace point does seem like a play you should be able to find. And here I should have been able to find this if I looked at the details, right? Like I want if he runs with a big double, I definitely want to be hit here. I don't get to get hit here. Right. You make my play, you do this, I roll a 6-1. He's just cashing, I think. I don't know, it is a take, but it's pretty strong cube. You make the computer's nice play. He rolls 6-6. I roll, I don't know, 5-1 or something. I don't think he has a cube. Yeah, pretty big no double because these guys are just too hard to bring home. Yeah, I should have been. If I looked at the details, I would have been able to find that one. I'll try to keep that in mind for the future. I'm not sure I've seen exactly that before. I mean, I've seen this trap play I've seen this trap play pretty frequently, where you break your prime early, trying to close out two checkers. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen this detail about the position of the checker in the outfield determines which of the 8 or 7 points to break. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen this before. Because of the big double thing. Yeah, so I don't know how often that comes up, but it's logical. I mean, even if you've never seen it before, if you're thinking about the right stuff, if you're thinking about how his quote unquote winning numbers play, his winning number plays both ways, you should be able to. I mean, you should be able to find it if you think about it carefully. Even if you'd never seen it before, I just didn't think about it carefully or carefully enough. I think I did. I did actually see the possibility of breaking the 8 and not the 7, but I saw an argument in favor of breaking the 7, right? And then I was like, oh, okay, that's good enough. That's good enough to do this. Like 5-1, for instance, he's like still trapped here, so it's more exposed. There's no similar number here. And then I was also thinking, oh, maybe I want to block the bigger number. I want to block the bigger double, but yeah, that doesn't apply here because of the positioning of the blot in the outfield. And then yeah, this is a hard play for me. So you gotta sort of evaluate the 5-3 here. You gotta sort of evaluate how much he's going to save the gammon after the save play. And if it's quite a lot, then okay, then maybe you take on the extra risk of hitting, given that his board is so horrible. Yeah, his board being horrible is sort of a key point, right? Like here you make some save play. Because now you can actually lose if you hit. Here, I suppose, is getting close, It's pretty hard to lose, but possible. So here the plays are sort of pick 'em. There's some interesting concepts there. Both in the game one, match 1 and match 2. I think I'll take another look at match 1 later. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, and I will see you next time.